Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. We have just had it confirmed in the content creator chat. This weekend, it's Double Void weekend. Now, I get asked this question so many times. When's the next times 2 of this? When's the next times 2 of that? I thought I was going to be telling you about Fusion. Turns out I'm not. I'm telling you about Double Void weekend. If anyone's got shards saved up, it's going to be voids now because we burnt double ancients 2 weeks ago. We burnt double sacreds last week. Literally back to back to back double chance summons going on right now. What I'm going to do in this video is quick and dirty. I'm going to go through every faction and call out the good void champions and what they're good for. So it's going to be a bit of a fast-paced one. Stay with me, guys, and I will do my best. So let's start with the Banner Lords. Not really anyone worth calling out in the rare category. In terms of epics, Rowan, pretty much trash. Early game clan boss at best. Mid game clan boss, she can kind of hold her own, but she gets easily outscaled by a lot of rare poisoners nowadays. She does a bit of work in Fire Knights, that's it. Azure, I think is awful. Warcaster, only good in kind of unkillable fancy teams. Check out Deadwood Jedi's site or perhaps some of Murder Inc. stuff for this. I'm doing a comp with this soon as well, but that's all I've seen him useful for. Raglin, really good support-based legendary. Great in the arena, really good to carry you through any dungeon content. She does have kind of speed up mechanics, so you've got to be a bit wary of her in Clan Boss, but otherwise, really solid champ. Baron, needs a buff, needs some love. He's got this Sky Piercer, awesome move. You have to unlock it by doing a load of other stuff, and it's really hard to unlock before everyone's dead. So for me, needs a buff. I wouldn't be super excited for a Baron. Let's go on to the High Elves. High Elves have got brilliant Reliquary Tender, excellent rare, really worth checking out guides on Reliquary Tender if you get her. Very good rare. Will carry you through dungeon content, good for clan boss, generally solid rare. Interceptor, I don't have a lot of love for Interceptor. Kit's just a bit average. Same for Exemplar, basically trash. Battle Sage can be good for the current arena meta. She's got the ability to put increased attack on and then remove all debuffs from your allies. So if you throw it, if you're up against a Torment, get frozen, she increases your attack, then she removes the freeze. Very cool. She's got a good speed aura as well. So basically an arena champ. We know about Arbiter, arena, brilliant champion. Ethos, one of the hardest hitting champs in the game. AoE damage, one of the best campaign farmers in the game. Brilliant for the arena. One of the few attack-based campaign farmers that can do Nightmare solo. And then Belinar, kind of average to bad for me. He's okay. He's got decreased defense and weaken, but I'm certainly not excited to be looking out for him. Sacred Order then. In terms of rares, all trash. Cardinal, pretty cool for the arena. She's got the ability to revive multiple people on her A3. So she can actually pick up a bunch of damage dealers with full turn meter and they go ham on your opponents. Very cool. Lightsworn, good, solid, all-rounder. High base defense, good base speed. Good abilities as well. Decrease attack, decrease speed. Cool in the Fire Knights, cool in Spider. And he's actually very good in Clan Boss as well. In terms of legendaries, Sir Nick, brilliant, brilliant arena champ. One of the best for Spider in the game. Part of unkillable comps for Clan Boss as well. Very good champion. One of the few HP based champions that hits like a freight train. Really cool. Venus, part of the recent times 10. Part of the Lovers duo. I mean, she's just pretty busted. She's got poison. She's got decreased defense and weaken on an AoE. She's got an AoE HP burn. Where can she not play? I do not know. She could play anywhere. Her only letdown is her base defense, which is a bit low. Base speed is incredibly good. All in all, insanely strong legendary champion. Top 5 champ. Barbarian Sin. So, in terms of the rares, trash, trash, bad to trash. It's kind of got a bit of something going on for Clan Boss, but not really when you think about other normal rares. In terms of the epics, I'm not happy to pull Miss Chili here. I'm pretty sure is she wearing underwear? I'm not sure. But block buffs, it's just awful. Awful champ. Sky Touched is cool though. Sky Touched, as we know, one of the chillier champs in the game. She has got a kind of heal going on here. AoE damage, heals by 15% of the damage inflicted. Boosts his champion's turn meter by 20% if this champion has 50% HP or higher. That's pretty cool. Removes all debuff from allies, so full cleanse. Then place revive on death. Very cool. And block debuff for 2 turns. Very cool moves, actually. Probably a bit underrated, Sky Touched. And then she's also got this passive here, which damages this champion by 10% of her HP. But then she heals everybody else for a ton. Places decreased speed on this champion at the start of each turn as well. It's all a bit funky, but she's actually very, very good. Really good pull. Turvold, one of the hardest hitting champions in the game. Very, very cool champion. Looks monstrous, is monstrous. I'd love to get myself a Turvold. Okay, on to Oberon Tribes. Oberon Tribe rares. Got the infamous Bellower, one of the best rares in the game. He's got AoEs on all abilities. They've all got some sort of debuffs as well. Block cooldowns is brilliant. Decreased speed is brilliant. Decrease attack and defense. They're both the weak versions, but still brilliant for anybody coming up through the game. Good base stats. Faction Crypt Aura. One of the best rares in the game. In terms of the epics, Maneater, basically known for unkillable comps. Got the ability to put unkillable and block debuffs on your team. Really cool for that. He's actually very good in Spider as well. He can take the turn meter from the Spider here and steal it for himself. Puts decreased attack on an AoE, which is also good for normal clan boss without unkillable sort of stepping up. So all in all, actually very, very solid champ. Towering Titan, just trash. Trash champ. Gerga, one of the best arena champions in the game for crowd control. He's got an AoE freeze. If you booked it, 100% chance to freeze all enemies, and he gets another go. Good base stats, apart from his speed. I like him. I use him quite a bit. Very fun champ. Right, Lizardman. Lizard. Haruspeck's actually one of the best void rares in the game. I used him for my recent competition. What did we do recently? Affinity Cup. So check him out if you want to see him in action on those videos. But poisons on his A1, increased speed for the whole team on his A2 and turn meter, and revive on his A3. Speed in all in arena battles on his on his aura. Good base stats. Good rare there. Jizzo is not void. Broadmoor, bit of a meme champ. I mean, he's good for faction wars. That is it. Krisk, absolute beast. If you pull yourself a Krisk, one of the best legendaries in the game, one of the best voids in the game. Brilliant base stats, crazy amount of abilities here. AoE, decreased speed, attacks all enemies again, but puts an ally protection on your team and heals. Provoke on his A3, again it's an AoE ability. Throws up increased defense and speed on increased defense on him, speed on your team. And then he's got a passive that every time he takes a hit, someone gets decreased attack and defense on them. It's just crazy. Everything's crazy about him. I really, really want to get a Krisk. Skinwalkers then. Bloodhorn. Jogon, no good. Basher, actually, kind of like a poor man's warlord. Got a very cool A2, yeah. Increase the cooldowns of all the target skills by 2 turns. So what he's doing, he's throwing out an AoE ability in the arena. Everyone he hits will have their main abilities pushed up 2 turns. So basically, you'll only be able to use your A1 abilities against him. Really cool for the arena. This is one of the best moves you can get in the arena meta right now. But you need him to go fast. You need him to go before the enemy have their turn. Coronar, Big Dave. Very cool skin. Like this guy. I don't have him. I've used him a fair bit though on takeovers and stuff. Crazy base stats. He's got a very, very unique kit. AoE ability here, which throws back turn meter. Provoke here. AoE here, which puts out decreased defense and attack. Counter attacks when the enemies have got some of these debuffs on. It's just crazy. If you pair him with Manaya, he's absolutely insane. Okay, on to Orcs then. Orcs. We've actually got a very good rare here. Veteran, brilliant clan boss champ. Decreased attack, solid percentage chance to land it. Increased crit rates, nothing much. Block buffs, AoE ability here is okay. Mainly here for this. Does have speed in dungeons aura as well. Good solid base stats. Will stay alive pretty easily. Huntress is shocking. Okay, the only void epic is Seer. Probably the best dungeon clearer in the whole game. So insane ability on her A3. She can nuke a whole enemy wave on her A3, no problems. Brilliant, brilliant champ. And then we got the legendaries then, both very cool. Warlord, one of the best arena champions in the game. Very good for clan boss. Good carry for most dungeons. He's got this thing I was talking about with Basher. When you book him out, 100% chance to put all of the enemy skills on cooldown. Full cooldown. If it's a 7-turn cooldown, they've got to wait 7 turns to get that skill back again. You've also, if you book him out, 50% chance to deplete the enemy's turn meter as well. AoE, crazy ability. On his A2 then, 3-turn cooldown if you book it. Big shield and block debuffs for your whole team. And then A1 has got a very useful debuff extender for clan boss. Great base stats, great champion. Angar. I really would like as well. He has got an AoE provoke on his A2, and he gets reflect damage and counterattack. Throw that out there, and pretty much from that moment on, they can't do anything until they kill him. He's got this ability here. If an enemy would provoke debuff attacks, if you book it, 50% chance to place the provoke again. Each hit taken will reduce damage taken by 5%, up to 30% in a round. So the more hits he takes, the less damage he's going to take. Just a very cool ability. Very cool champ. Pretty unique. Great for the arena. Demon Spawn then. Rares, we've got Fellhound here. Good campaign farmer. Great Fire Knight champ. Got continuous heal and reflect damage for your whole team here. The reflect damage is the good thing for Fire Knights. Throws back any hits a Fire Knight does and cracks through a number of layers of shields. He's got a block damage ability on his A3, which is kind of cool and also annoying. The AI throws it out all the time when actually you probably don't want it most of the time. And he's got this AoE which hits hard. It's defense based. He's got quite a good base defense. He can hit very hard and decreases speed on enemies if you get the proc. Whereas Malbranche, what is she all about? Right, onto the epics. Padma, just did a guide on Padma, one of the most underrated decrease attack champions in the game. Or at least I don't hear her spoken about anyway. 100% chance to land decrease attack if she lands a crit, if booked. There's not many others in the game with 100% chance to land it, which means, and it goes on for 2 turns. So it means you've basically got decrease attack on the whole time. She's got an AoE decrease accuracy here, and she's got the ability to remove buffs and steal them. So something like the Magic Keep, she can attack with her A3, steal the shield, and then you go on and crush the enemy. Steal the clan boss's ability, increase attack, take it off him. She can steal like all of the buffs from one person in the arena. Very cool champ. Brilliant base stats. Umbral, I talked about Umbral quite a lot. Brilliant champion. Massive base defense. She hits like an absolute freight train. Amazing in the arena. She throws out AoE provoke and makes herself unkillable. She throws out AoE block buffs here. If you pair her with Doom Priest, she's kind of busted because Doom Priest takes off the block cooldown skills at the moment, which you're not supposed to happen. And then as she lowers her health, she does more damage. Very cool champion. Whew, right, onto the legendaries then. So Krutraxa, one of the hardest hitting champs in the game. Multi-hit A1. She's got a chance to get an extra turn on her A2. And she's got this passive that throws a revive on death on her for 2 turns at the beginning of each round, which is nuts. She is one of the best Fire Knight champs in the game. She's kind of outside the arena meta right now, but she hits like a ton of damage. So if you can get her going in the arena, she's very cool. She's got this kind of shoelace, old school shoelace trainer hair stuff going on. Very cool skin. Love the skin. Really cool. Brilliant champion. Inifui, it's so good, but I don't know. He's so squishy. He's quite hard to get going. If you can get him going, you can wipe out whole teams. He's got a Rotus killer here on his A2. So it's a multi-hit. Anyone he kills stays dead. I feel like he's good. He's just not insane. He's good, but not insane. Definitely, if you pull him, don't be upset. He can be very fun. But compared to some of the other multi-hits and some of the other high damage AoEers, it's just a little bit behind them. Okay, on to Undead then. So Undead, we've got a number of... God, we've got tons of rares here. So Arbalesta, trash. Doomscreech, actually quite cool. Decrease accuracy, double hit. This one's nice here. Fill turn meter of allies by 30 and put the big increased defense buff on everyone. And then places shields on his A3 after an AoE. So this is pretty cool. He's a good champ. Hollow, awful. Seducer, very cool champion as well. He's got AoE, decreased attack. He's got increased defense and block debuffs. Actually very good for Spider. Can use him in Clan Boss. Can use him for any sort of dungeon carry you want. Stitch Beast. Turn meter reduction, just a bit bad. And this guy is awful. There's no epics. And then we've got Sifi the Busted for the Legendary. I am absolutely pulling every Void Shard I've got to try and get Sifi. And I've got quite a lot. So she's got this A2, which basically places all of the best buffs on your whole team for 2 turns and fills turn meter and mops the floor and makes you a cup of tea at the same time. You've got Revive a champion here with over half health, a full turn meter, sit back and relax while Rotus goes and kills someone else. And then you've got an A1, which cannot be resisted and just sleeps someone. So you pick on someone, you're like, zap, zap, zap. You're not having a turn. Crazy, crazy champion. And to rock it all off, she's got a heal passive. Every time anyone gets a turn, they get 15% of their health back. 40% chance of removing freeze and fear from everyone at the start of their turn. Blah, blah, blah. Crazy. Crazy champion. Absolutely busted. God tier. Okay, let's get on to Dark Elves. Dark Elves, we've got one of the most well-known Void rares. It's not Apothecary, it's Cold Heart. She's got a Heart Seeker that drops 100% turn meter. It hits like an absolute freight train. Brilliant ability, brilliant champion. Multi-hit A1. Great for Fire Knights, great for Spider. Good for early game Clan Boss as well. She actually hits pretty hard for the arena as well. She's kind of usable anywhere. Paragon, if you haven't heard of Paragon, check out my Paragon Cheese video. He is just one of a kind. Can consistently just put Unkillable on himself 100% of the time. So rotate this, rotate this. It becomes a Spiderling tank, late game Spider, if you can't get through the levels. Brilliant champ. Check out the Paragon Cheese video. Retainer, trash. Eviscerator, kind of trash as well. Yeah, she's trash. Painkeeper, in a number of unkillable comps right now. Also quite good for dungeon carry. She's got this ability to reduce cooldown of all your allies by 1 turn, which is quite cool. Bit of turn meter boost here. Generally just a good champion. Good support-based champ. Harvester is awful. We've got 3 epics then. Lure, kind of mid to high tier. Epic. Triple hit here. Does a lot of damage. Can easily one-shot a whole team in the arena. She's got a turn meter reduction on her A3. She's got a damage then AoE on her A1. I've got a guide out on her. She's great for Fire Knight, great for Spider, great for the arena. Sylar, really similar sort of champion, but she's got AoEs everywhere. Decreased speed and turn meter on her A3. Speed and faction clips here. Great base stats. Pretty much a dungeon camp, dungeon runner or a arena champ. Madame Cerise should be a legendary, one of the best champions in the game, especially for arena. She's got an ability to remove all buffs from enemies on her A3 and replace it with 2 of the best debuffs in the game. She can steal more buffs here and put fear out there. More fear on her A1, more fear and shields on her passive. Insane, insane, insane. Great for the arena. Also very good at dungeon carry. She's also actually very good for the clan boss as well. So, onto the legendary Blind Seer. Just needs a buff. She's kind of okay. She's got shield and block debuffs here, which is okay. She's got a revive here. She helped me get to max key in max stars, in Faction Wars. Good triple hit here as well, but she's just weak. And you compare her to other legendaries which do similar moves, she's just lacking. So for me, not the best. So, Night Revenants then. In terms of rares, this is a good one. Renegade, kind of like a poor man's Kaimar. she has got the ability to decrease the turn down of ally skills by 2. So basically what you do is you clean a wave out with someone like a Seer. She uses her ability after that, reduces the cooldown by 2 turns, and then you're clearing out the next wave. Very cool ability. After that, she's kind of good to die, really. But pretty cool. Daywalker, got a big hitter. He's got a big hit A1, I think. No, maybe not. Maybe he's just awful. Don't even know anything about him. Centurion, terrible champion, in the bin. We've got Faceless, one of the worst looking champions in the game, without fail. Likes to bring his little books and stuff around with him. He's got a massive hit in A3 though, can one-shot people with his A3 in the arena. That's about all he's got. Skull Crown should be a legendary, probably top 2 epic voids in the game. AoE, unkillable. Part of most arena comps nowadays, and has been since she was out. Brilliant champ. Golden Reaper, speed booster, decrease attack on an AoE, chance to reduce cooldowns on her A1. Cool champion. I don't think she's better than other speed boosters are. I wouldn't run her instead of an Apothecary. I wouldn't run her instead of a High Katoon necessarily. They're on a par for me. Good base stats though, good base speed. Whisper, single target damage dealer, does do a lot of damage. If you're short of a damage dealer, she'll do a job for you. And she can rotate a number of turns. She fell out of the meta a bit hard when they nerfed the Relentless set. Still pretty fun though, and quite a good champ. Solus, good legendary. Stun, provoke, and provoke here. A little bit out of the meta because there's not really a tank meta in the arena. His best spot is the arena. He can be a spiderling tank for you, and he can kind of help as a bit of a carry through dungeons. Hegemon is just an arena specialist, always goes first, and throw out a ton of annoying debuffs to the enemies. Good base stats as well, can do a ton of damage, or can just be thrown in a stun set and be the most annoying champion in the world. Also pretty good at getting you through things like Fire Knights, any sort of dungeon content where you're just wanting to get some control of the enemy. So brilliant champ. Whirling, trash, needs a buff. And then lastly then the Dwarves. So we've got Bulwark, brilliant clan boss champion, top tier rare for clan boss. Goes in as a leader with a defense aura, can extend your debuffs whenever he's hit. Burn and weaken as well. He's totally a clan boss specialist. This guy, awful. Fellhammer, good for Fire Knights, that's about it. Okay champion, like mid-tier at best. Gala, a bit like Whisper, single target damage dealer, can put some nice shields on herself, but she's a bit lacking for me, not quite relevant. You'll play her at like early to mid-game arena, after that she falls off massively. And then lastly then, Tormund the Cold was super busted for a long time, now he's just broken. Throws out these freezes for fun, basically counters the speed meta. You have to kind of choose the way you gear against him. Very annoying to play against in an arena comp. He's also very good as a spiderling tank and a general kind of carry tank for any dungeon content, or something like Nightmare Campaign if you're struggling to get through it. So guys, that is all the Void Champions. Good luck in your 2x pulls. I'll catch you later.